Hi, everybody. It's Matt from, the Talking Games podcast and Level Select and other various things around the Talking Comics, Talking Games universe. You know who I am. And if not, well, I am a guy that likes old video games, including Sega. So when it was announced that Sega Forever, this new initiative by Sega to make, I guess, some of their old stuff a little bit more relative, when it started to release, I was, of course, interested because a lot of these games are really good. And strangely enough, I'm not a big mobile guy, but I thought I would give these a chance. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about, the full free-to-play or Sega Forever's initiative or anything like that. I'm mostly going to focus on the games themselves, and if I see any hiccups as far as their port to the phone, I will point those out. They're not great, let's just get into it. Let's start with the game that launched with the Genesis here in America, and that would be Altered Beast. So we're going to Wise from Arg Wave. If you ever played Altered Beast, you get that joke. So, here we go. Yeah. A little bit of a hiccup there. But yeah, it ports out to this. So there you go. I'm not paying for Altered Beast, which, sounds probably more negative than I intend for it to sound. Let's see if we can turn the sound up a little bit here. Are we picking up any sound? I'm not picking up any sound. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes. Yeah, that's definitely Altered Beast music. So first thing you should probably know is this is a free-to-play service, meaning to play Altered Beast, you don't have to pay a nickel. But if you would like to unlock the game and have it be completely ad-free, it's going to cost you $2. So usually that would mean, oh boy, we're going to get ads a whole bunch. But from what I found so far is that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. There definitely are ads, but they tend to wait in between levels, which is actually pretty nice and welcomed. And of course, you have to watch an ad usually before you get the game started. So let's just go ahead and get the game started here. Click Start. So, love Sega games? I do. Not enough to give you my email. And so you'll get this connecting screen, and sometimes it'll show an ad for, okay, it looks like it's going to work. Game of War. Here we go. So, yeah, we got to watch this. But within a few seconds, you see a little X, and boom, you can go right through the game. It's not so bad. It's certainly not $2 worth of annoying. Yeah, the first thing you're going to notice is that the sound is a little choppy. It's not great, but let's go ahead and get the game. So I don't have a Bluetooth controller handy right now, so I'm mostly going to be playing this with the touchscreen controls. So yeah, bear with me. Luckily, you will see the footage without my thumbs covering up half the screen. I'm the only one that's going to be suffering because of it. And I will say this, yeah, it does suck. As far as, really getting it. It's so good. As far as getting really into the game, yeah, it does totally take you out of it a little bit. But once again, paying the big price of nothing, wow. It's not that bad. Should have hit the blue cow. I know they're not cows. They're like swine or something. But they give you the power up. Yeah. Maybe they're dogs. I don't know. Oh, I'm kind of sucking at Altered Beast, which is pretty embarrassing. Let's give him a kick. Yeah. And yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, Altered Beast is a pretty primitive game by today's standards, but in 1989, when the Genesis first came out, this was a pretty big deal. You had the pretty large sprites, Yeah, I'm kind of sucking at it. Pretty large sprites. You had, you know, the kind of arcade-ish music. And Sega definitely was pretty big in the 80s when it came to arcade games. You know, like Space Harrier and Afterburner and so on and so forth. And, of course, Golden Axe and Altered Beast. So, you know, well, yeah, most people are like, oh, yeah, Altered Beast totally sucks. You know, it's actually, it's actually not that terrible of a game. And for a lot of people, it's, you know, pretty beloved. I really need a blue cow to show up. Come on. There we go. Come on. And then I'm going to turn into the Altered Beast, which is handy because you can then just shoot projectiles and, you know, zoom at them like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, this predates Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat ripped off Altered Beast. Welcome to your doom. Come on, dude. Say it. Okay. So there we go. First boss. Yeah, not the best looking, but you know. I certainly wouldn't want to run into him in a cemetery. But then again, maybe if I was a gigantic wolf man, I could probably hold my own. Good old Altered Beast. Now I will say, darn it, I will say for some of these games, they're pretty, you know, they can get pretty pricey if you want to like get them for your Genesis. But naturally, with Sega being in the position that they're in, there are many ways to get access to these games. If you have a PS3, you can get the Sega or Sonic Genesis collection. I'm sure you can get them on, you know, Xbox 360 and PS3's library and virtual consoles and whatnot. But Altered Beast itself is not a very expensive game. Like I said, it was a launch title. All right, sorry, it was a packaging game with the original Genesis. So there's quite a few of them out there. You know, people will dispute whether or not this was the right pack-in game for the Genesis, and I think it was pretty good. I mean, people were, yeah, Golden Axe would have probably been better, but I don't know. I think this is pretty good. I think people are probably pretty sick of me playing Altered Beast. Let's move on to a more fun game, shall we? Alright, let's see. Let's move into Kid Chameleon. Kid Chameleon was when the Genesis was really starting to pick up. Now, most of these Genesis games are naturally going to be first-party titles, but luckily the Genesis had a ton of top-tier first-party titles. Yeah, that's always nice. Crazy Taxi. No thanks. So, I mean, you're not getting, like, trash games here. At least I don't think so. I think Kid Chameleon and Altered Beast are pretty good. Uber. No thanks. Can Uber take me to Kid Chameleon Land, to Video Land? Or I can't really remember where Kid Chameleon takes place. It's about a kid that, yeah, gets sucked into an arcade machine. He becomes the video guy. Yeah. There we go. We get a little story here. Everybody played it. It's a little too real. It's a little too real, guys. He's yeah. He's gonna tell you Fonzie that power up. It's really cool. Hit it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kid Chameleon's big thing is it kind of takes like Mario's power-up system and really kind of goes with it. So like he'll find like a samurai mask, or he'll find like a medieval type of knight armor mask, helmet thing, and he can kind of become all these crazy things. Kid Chameleon's not too bad of a game, just a regular platformer. Let's see. Okay. When you're just regular old Kid Chameleon, I guess that's his name. I'm sure he has a... Ow! Sure he has a better name than that. He's pretty powerless, but, you know, eventually you'll find a mask. Time limit. I always thought the time limit on video games was really weird. Let's see. Yeah, this is really showing off the Genesis's abilities. If you look at the river in the background. Yeah, you're kind of hearing the music being a little choppy. I don't know if the emulation here is exactly top notch. Excellent, there we go. So now we are a knight, which means we're a lot heavier. So once he starts falling onto things, he's a little bit more difficult to control. But yeah, he can... one, he's stronger or more resilient until I squish that dragon guy. And yeah, he jumps a lot better on like these little trampoline blocks. Yeah, but you gotta be careful because if he jumps too high on some of these, sorry, dude. If he jumps too high on some of these blocks, yeah, he just plows right through them, and it makes getting some of these trickier things a little bit more difficult. Yeah, the controls for Kid Chameleon are already pretty tough. They're even more difficult when you're using a touchscreen, as you can probably imagine. We'll play Kid Chameleon a little bit just so you can get an idea of whether or not if this game is right for you to download and play for the low price of nothing. I don't know, maybe if I gave them $2. Wow, that did not look good. It just kind of like jumped, didn't it? Oof. Ow. I don't even know what I was going to say. Yeah, Kid Chameleon for me is, I mean, once again, these are free. But yeah, no, that's right. I was saying it'd be funny if you pay the $2 and you actually get a really well emulated game. I have a feeling that's not the case. We'll play at least to see a few more of these more fun power-ups. There we go. Hit the C button and he is able to take a swing. I don't know why the samurai mask is in both those blocks. Doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, some people go really nuts for Kid Chameleon. It's not a bad game. It's just not what I would consider memorable. It's no Vector Man. Oh man. I never had Kid Chameleon growing up. It was not one of the games we had. We got our Genesis. I'm gonna tell some relatable stories about when I had a Genesis as a kid. My brother got Matt, come on. My brother got a Genesis when I was probably about 5 or 6. He would have been 10 or 11. And we had an NES, and then we got a Genesis for his birthday. And it was the Model 2, and it was the one that was packed in with Sonic. Yeah, why is there 2 masks in there? Anyway, it was the Model 2, and it was packed in with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which, wow, easily is the best Sonic game. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the Kid Chameleon. Are you? Probably not. You probably don't mind if I skip out. Let's jump into some Phantasy Star. Now, this gives me an opportunity to kind of say another thing that they kind of hide behind a paywall is the ability to save your game. So if you want to save... Yeah, something about that makes me want to not talk. Let them say Sega. If you want to save your game, you have to pay the $2. So I would say, oh boy, I don't want Crazy Taxi, thank you. I would say that, yeah, if you want to play Phantasy Star 2, you're gonna want to pay the $2. But paying $2 for Phantasy Star 2, especially because this is a game that's getting really, really expensive, is not such a bad deal. I don't want to give you a rating right now. I'm doing a video for you. That's enough of a rating. You should just let me have these games for free. Oh, you are. There we go. There's a video. Infinity slots. There's our exit. Okay. And now we're into Phantasy Star. Yeah, if you want to save your game, you're going to have to pay the $2. Such a shame. There's not many Genesis games where I'd say, oh man, it's such a bummer that I can't hear the music, but Phantasy Star is really one. I wish they would have gotten the emulation down on this one, because the music in this game is top notch. Yeah, if you want to save your game, so let's see, there's your little save thing. All right, let's see, I click save and pick a save slot, and it says, you must be signed in to Game Center to use this feature. Please try again. Well, hold on. Let's see if this works. I have Game Center, don't I? Is that still a thing? Okay. Yeah, it's being weird. Yeah, from what I understand, that if you want to save your game, weird. You want to, you have to pay for it, which is a bit of a bummer. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's real good music. Genesis doesn't get enough credit. People always, you know, it did have an inferior sound chip compared to like the Super Nintendo, but you know, come on, came out like 2 years before the Super Nintendo. It did the best it could. Don't be a jerk to it. All right, let's get a new game. Let's take a look at Phantasy Star. There we go. B. Oh, B's back. Oh, I don't want to watch that again. See? Name my character. Can I just go to Road? I don't know what Road means. And my name is just going to be question mark. Yeah, this is so if you were one of the 4 kids in the US that had a Master System, and you're one of those 4 and you had Phantasy Star, not many people had the first Phantasy Star, this would have been a really cool moment during Phantasy Star 2, because it alludes to the end of that game. And I believe that Phantasy Star 2 and the continuity of the Phantasy Star canon takes place thousands of years into the future. So it's kind of neat. I'm going to skip the story. I'm just going to look at the gameplay. I hope you don't object. If you want to watch videos about Phantasy Star 2, I'm sure there's someone online that would be more than happy to oblige. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to give these games the old college try. Is my name Rolf? Like the dog from the Muppets? I'm good. Yeah. Man, you put a lot on me here. Mother Brain? Samus? No. Nintendo should have copyright that. Should have trademarked it. Should have slapped your Nintendo name on it. The other villains are Bowser and Ganon. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm willing to fight turn-based style for you, dude. Let's just get to it, shall we? Okay. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I will say that I can imagine it would be difficult for someone to play through Phantasy Star on their phone. I don't know. I mean, people play like Final Fantasy and like Chrono Trigger and stuff on their tablet. I mean, I should also say this is available on Android products, and this is also available on iPad and all of that. Sonic randomly is available on the Apple TV. I downloaded this and I went on my Apple TV. Oh God! And there was the blue hedgehog waiting for me. All right, got me a friend. Let's get into a battle. There's like 15 story things I have to do before that can even happen. Looks like we're gonna get right into it. So, Phantasy Star is your random encounter RPG type of game. Alright, yeah, I think we might be able to get into some mischief out here. Maybe. Are we? Oh, here we go. So yeah, it differs from Final Fantasy because it's ouch. Oh man. I believe it's fun. Oh goodness. There we go. There we go. Sorry guys, I can't talk to you right now. I'm fighting bugs. Poorly. Come on, dude, take one of these out. There we go. Dude, still standing. Some Phantasy Star dork is watching this saying, man, this guy sucks at Phantasy Star. It's true. Yeah, it differs from Final Fantasy, where it's not, side by side. This one is behind the back of the character. Yeah, Phantasy Star 3, I believe, is the one that, like, you can't even see the characters in front of you, which is a little disappointing. I'm not gonna get too much into Phantasy Star. It's a very long RPG. Yeah, that's fine. Fun. I had a good time. Let's get into what I consider like the big two. What the kids are really here to watch. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I want to wrap it all up with Sonic, or do I want to wrap it all up with comics? And let's get Sonic out of the way, because I think this one's a real oddball. So naturally, you might have said, well, wasn't Sonic already on iOS devices? And the answer is yeah, it was. And it was developed by Christian Whitehead. Ported by Christian Whitehead. Yeah, I guess they thought, well, we already did the iPhone port. We're not going to change it that much. It's real weird. And I don't think I own Sonic, but it sure does act like I do. Because I don't really think there's that many ads. Oh, here we go. There we go. Buy for $2, ad free. Or play for free. It's ad smart. Let's go. This one does have the setting of switching the box art from Master System to Genesis somewhere. I don't want to remove ads. I mean, I do, but I don't want to pay for it. Settings. Box art US. There we go. D-pad size, and no, I believe that's fine. Spin dash. That's messed up. Yeah, those of you that are Sonic the Hedgehog fans will know the spin dash didn't come in until Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so the fact that they include it here is a bit crappy. No, I do not want the spin dash. No, thank you. I want to play as close to, as close to a Genesis board as I possibly can. I'm very particular about my Sonic the Hedgehog. Ad for Square Cash. I already have that. Yeah, I don't like that. You can unlock Tails and Knuckles too. This is not the Genesis port. This is definitely this is not the Genesis ROM or whatever. You're getting something retooled. Yeah, don't believe it, boys and girls. This is not the Sonic that you grew up with. This is slightly different Sonic. Which is to say, that might be a good thing. Ugh. I'm wondering if it's the phone and the fact that I am. Oh, Matt. The phone, or if it's the fact that I'm mirroring it to my TV. Oh. Would you believe, and this was once a very lame party trick that I could do, I could play the first level, Green Hill Zone 1, of Sonic the Hedgehog with my eyes closed. I could get all the way through it without getting hurt with my eyes closed. Yeah, that was it's a true story. I could do it once upon a time. But those days are over, especially on the freaking phone. Ugh. You might say, wow, that's really impressive, which, if you do, thank you. But it's not too impressive, actually. Green Hill Zone number 1 is a really short level, and it's pretty straightforward level 2. Yeah, I could once do it, but I haven't tried it in many years. Who knows? Maybe that muscle memory is still baked in there. How are we going to do this? Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about the bonus stage on this, boys and girls. It's kind of crummy. Oh. Who knows, maybe. Nope, no Chaos Emerald today, boys and girls. Sorry. It's nigh impossible without a controller. No extra life? Oh, shucks. Let's take a moment to talk a little bit about Sonic, shall we? Because I'll play this for a few minutes. It's not like Phantasy Star where you have to, like, you know, be a little more attentive. Yeesh, watch out. Oh, you crab son of a gun. I'm not in the camp of the Sonic bashers. I will agree with the sentiment of there hasn't been a good Sonic game in a long time. And I will at least acknowledge the fact that, you know, some people say, they may have never been good. I don't say that. I don't think they were never good. I once heard, I can't remember who said this, but someone said, they're talking about like the rivalry between like Mario and Sonic. They made the comparison of Mickey Mouse and Woody Woodpecker. Like Mickey Mouse came out first, then Woody Woodpecker came out, and in like the 40s, Woody Woodpecker was really huge, and in like the 50s, he was still very popular. But now, you know, very few people really know who Woody Woodpecker is. But you know, Mickey Mouse has always been remained classic, and I believe that is a pretty fair comparison with Sonic and Mario. You know, Sonic was very popular. Is Sonic going to be popular 40 years from now? There will be people that know who he is, but he's not going to be Mario. Mario won the 16-bit war. Sonic. Sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, is there enough time for me to? No. Which is fine. I don't play the bonus level. Anyway. I think that there were good Sonic games once upon a time. Was it enough to hang a platform on? I don't know about that. They certainly did allow. Ooh, that was bad. They certainly did give Sonic a lot more rope than the average platform mascot. You know, you don't remember Bubsy getting that much promotion. Michael Jackson wasn't trying to compose a soundtrack for Croc or Glover or Arrow the Acrobat. Oh man. Something too, common misconception, Sonic cannot just jump on his enemies. He has to be rolled up in order to do so. We'll get to Dr. Robotnik. Now, I will say this. I give Sonic a little bit of credit, but these people that are calling Dr. Robotnik Dr. Eggman, that's real stupid. I don't care what he was called in Japan. Here in the States, by God, he was Dr. Robotnik. Matt, wake up. Quit talking about Dr. Robotnik. You're losing your rings. Yeah, no, he is not Dr. Eggman. Ugh. This doesn't sound like a very creative name, doesn't it? Robotnik, however, implies that, you know, he probably was, I'm just gonna go for it. Robotnik implies that, you know, like, he didn't really stand a chance. He had to become an evil scientist. His last name was Robotnik. I will say this, Sonic music, it's real good. I love the music that they play in Sonic the Hedgehog games. Well, on the Genesis at least. But no, the core Sonic titles on the Genesis, Sonic's 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, those are all excellent games. Really good. And honestly, Sonic and Knuckles is a really impressive game, especially with that, you know, you can put a cartridge on top of its cartridge and play as Knuckles in Sonic 2. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that stuff's neat. That stuff's real cool. I also like Tails quite a bit. You know, I'm not a huge Sonic guy, but Tails, Miles Tails per hour is a cool character. All right, let's do this Robotnik. He's got a good theme. I also like that at the end of each world or whatever, you fight Robotnik. You fight him multiple times throughout the game. It's not just some kind of random end boss. It kind of makes it personal. So when you finally do get to him towards the end, you're like, yeah, I've been waiting, dude. I've been ready to stray for a while. Ugh, this D-pad is the worst. Oh no. Yeah, he loves it. He's laughing. Let's give it one more shot, and then we'll move on to my favorite Genesis game that they released on the old iOS. Wow, not even a ring. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is going to go real smoothly. Oof. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm not going to sit here and be laughed at. Let's take a look at the last game. Just dropped my phone. Let's see here. The last game, which is Comic Zone. Now, this is easily one of my favorite Genesis games. I think it's real cool that they started this whole Sega Forever initiative with this game, because I think this game is top tier. This is a Sega property that they have abandoned that I never understood why. Like, I don't... Oh god, did I click? No, I did. I don't want Crazy Taxi. Comic Zone is a property that Sega has ultimately just like abandoned, and I have no idea why. I thought it was such a really cool concept. I mean, it does have its problems. It's definitely not a perfect game, and I'll go into that as we play it. But the aesthetic of this game is just awesome. Even to this day, I'm very impressed by Comic Zone. I always have been. Yeah, I don't know why we never got a Comic Zone 2. I don't know why we have 10 billion Monkey Balls, but I shouldn't crap on Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball's a good game. But I don't understand. What's real weird about this one is this game came out after the 6-button Genesis controller, and it definitely improves the gameplay, but that's just not going to be an option right here. But no, I think Comic Zone's a cool game. Let's get into it. Maybe we get to skip an ad. Do we get to skip an ad? We don't. Buy Mobile Strike, please.
Mobile strike.
Oh. Kind of wish I would have watched that. Kind of. Sega. Yeah, the music's it's not really emulated very well, but yeah. I'm curious. Let's go to options. Yeah, because in the control, oh well. It's not worth it. It's not worth the curiosity. There's no way I can play a 6-button controller here. Let's just get into the gameplay. There's actually a good story here. New York City, present day. I'm not going to read those. The premise is a guy, a comic artist, gets sucked into his comic book, and one of his creations is trying to kill him. So he's like drawing villains for the comic artist to fight, which I think is so creative. And you know you're jumping from panel to panel, and sometimes the page will turn, and sometimes when you beat up a guy, like he'll just explode into a pile of shredded paper, and it's so cool. There's panels. Yeah, just imagine you're essentially Jim Lee or Rob Liefeld, and yeah, you got these cool word balloons. I'm Sketch Turner. Wait a minute, Sketch. Well, Sketch. This mission, yeah, you're like Robotnik. Your name is Sketch Turner. What else would you have become? You got your cool Generation X shorts on. So yeah, you can uppercut. You can do a bunch of other cool stuff. Yeah, it's such a cool game. So we're about to get into the problems of Comic Zone. One of the biggest problems of Comic Zone is first, the life bar. Everything hurts you in this game. You'll see pretty soon that I have to basically take out I have to take out like barrels and things like that, and every time I punch it I lose life, which is just a real weird mechanic. Like, watch this. Let me see if I can get off that. You're made of paper, dude. Come on, kick. Yeah, I'll show you another one here in a second. Yeah, there's a secret entrance here. What could it be? Well done, Turner. Okay, so here is his little rodent roadkill. And see, watch as I punch it. Yeah, see my life bar depleting? That's such a crappy way to do it. You can't. There's no way you can progress without having to hit it. That's so dumb. Alright. Yeah, see, like, these exist exclusively to deplete your life. It's my biggest complaint with this game. It's tough for no reason. Like it's difficult on its own. That it doesn't need that mechanic. It's just so dumb. Come on, Sega, the 90s, 1995. You have to do that. Fun fact about Comic Zone: it was the first Sega CD-ROM port. They released it on CD-ROM for Sega PC. Here's a little cheat. Do not just jump down that manhole without throwing that thing. There's a fire barrel down there. Yeah, you could play it on PC as well. They're just trying to get every nickel out of here. Another fun little cheat is if you press down constantly, you can get him to fart. Let's see, he just did it. Let's see, come on, fart. Fart, Sega boy. There you go. It's fun, right? And also, if you pause it and just wait, he will he will do what all good mascots should do: advertise the company. Sega. There it is. Fun. Fun in the Comic Zone. Not to be mistaken with the other Sega Zone, which is a fantasy zone. Yeah, I love punching him through the panel. Yeah. Screech. Who's your favorite Saved by the Bell character? Oh, okay. I'm more of a Jesse guy. Alright. This jump really does separate the men from the boys. Oh yeah. What the F was that? Turned into a superhero sketch turner. Yeah, check this out. And when you start a new level, it doesn't fill up. Oh. It's a weird idle animation. It doesn't refill your health bar. Oh, I'll drink my barrel juice. I guess I should have waited until after I punched this door, because that's going to take a quarter of my life. So bad. So you're probably wondering, what do you use the rot for? Well, I'll be happy to show you. Turn the fan off. You also like electrocutes characters, which is confusing. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Man, this touchscreen D-pad doesn't work. Certainly there's no one that prefers this. If they do, they are... Okay. They're wrong. Let's try. Come on, dude. Oh, some highlights from people that are on Twitter. I was going to put it on airplane mode, but I couldn't do that and cast it to the TV, so I couldn't capture it. But it's okay. We don't have to put it right. It happens. And probably airplane mode does make these games play better, but once again, can't capture it, so here we are. Oh, Screech! Screech! Yeah. Alright, let's see. I think there's a goodie in here. Yeah, a little grenade. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Punching bag gauntlet. Man, I'm glad this panel's over. Well, that's a shame. Guess it's the exact same thing. Come here. Actually, I need that one. Oh, that sucks. Completely over. It just passed him over. Dude, go down. Well, see ya. This game came out in 1995. Y'all believe that? Alright, move your speech bubble. Boom. Well done, Turner. Ow. Hurry. Alright. These things are going to start cracking and making some snot monsters. The scanner's going nuts, Sketch Turner. Yeah, that's something we all learned today, boys and girls, that as much as technology has progressed. Emulating Genesis games is still tough. But once again, why complain? It's free. Yeah, like if I'd pay like $5 for this, I'd been pretty upset. But it's hard to complain about not playing it. I mean, at this point, it's like, well, just don't play it. But man, I want to play Comic Zone. Alright. Now we're gonna fight a dinosaur. Come on. Go up. Go, 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 go. Alright. This is a way to kind of cheat. Just put that right there. And he will soon. Yeah, you're fired. Oh yeah. Man, what a trip. It is a trip. Your comic book is... Well, let's just say I wouldn't be reading your comic book if it came out Sketch Turner, but I can appreciate the craftsmanship. Alright. Well, I think that's it. You get the idea. The Sega Forever thing, it's not bad. It's certainly, an easy purchase. Once again, it's free. Yeah, some of these games are really cool. I don't necessarily think, Phantasy Star is exactly up to snuff, but I can't recommend Comic Zone enough. It's definitely worth downloading just to check out Comic Zone. But until then, you can check out a bunch of other videos here on Talking Games. There's a lot of Friday the 13th shenanigans going on, plus some, chicken dinner whatnots with Hugh and Bobby. And you can always check out the podcast, which I think we're going to be recording in a couple hours. So until then, boys and girls, this is Matt, and I am out of here.